Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat petang semua. Uh, Okey, minggu ni saya akan cover chapter 5. Okay, dan minggu depan lah sekali chapter 6 insyaAllah. So this week we will discuss chapter 5 and chapter 6 regarding to the network and RPM. Okay, network and RPM chapter. So this week we will cover about the network basic knowledge, network parameters, network interface, routing table, IP alias and repeated routing. Okay, please take note. This topic will be asked in your final exam. So this is very important topic lah. Okay. So this is 5 subchapter that we will cover for this chapter. Start from network basic, network parameter, network interface, routing table, and IP alias. Right, so let's go to the first subtopic, which is the network basic knowledge definition. So understanding the basic uh, of the networking is essential to set up what we call the and manage the communication between the computers and device. Let's break into the uh, real life example. Definition and purpose of computer network. So computer network is a group of two or more computer or devices is connected. Okay, is connected to share resources, data, and application. For example, in lab, all computers are connected, and another uh, one to another, which is connected in the switch and have their own internet through the router. So this setup allows students to bring, to open your ULearn, to share the document, and the purpose of this network is to resource sharing, then communication, data access, secure and management. So for network, what we must to know is about the types of network. First, this is what we call just revision lah, because sebelum ni saya yakin you all semua dah tahu basic-basic configuration network ni. So first type of computer network is a LAN. LAN is a local area network. So local area network, dia punya characteristic is limited to the small location like office, school or home. And then dia ada fast speed which is 100 megs to 10 giga uh, uh, 100 megs to 10 gigs. Okay. Example, all PC, school, lab connected to the server using the Ethernet cable. Second, we have MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. It covers the city or the campus. For example, UTM lah. The bigger the LAN is smaller the WAN. So, dia besar daripada LAN, tapi network dia kecil daripada WAN. WAN is what we'll discuss after this. So, example for the MAN is all the department university in the campus connected each other through the fiber optic cables. Next, we have WAN, which is the wide area network. It will cover the large areas such as the city, country, and globally, but it's lower the speed than LAN due to the distance and complexity. For example, the bank branches across the Malaysia are connected using WAN to a central server. Okay. Next, let's discuss about the topology. So, it's topology computer is uh, a physical or logical layout of connected devices. So we have first wide bus topology, which is wide long cable that are connected to all devices. Second, we have data collection, and then this bus technology is data collection can be occur often. Okay, data collection akan berlaku collision data pertindahan data itu akan berlaku because using the one line which is the bus topology. So example is all internet system in a small office. Kalau office yang kecil, okay, boleh guna topology bus. Okay, kecil. So this is the picture of the topology, bus topology. Next we have star. So star characteristic dia is all devices are connected to the central switch or hub, and then if the central hub fails, a network will fail. For example, modern office network using the switch. So this is example of switch. Star topology. And then mesh topology is every devices are connected to every other devices in the office and high fault tolerance. This is disadvantage lah. For example, the military or emergency communication system. So means all computer can connect to all other computer in the network. So network protocol. Next we discuss about the protocol. Protocol ni adalah layer-layer yang ada dalam network, which is how the data transfer from the device to another device. So how to transfer is not just okay hantar surat tak. Okay, kalau kita dalam contoh yang real kita nak hantar surat, kita kena ada kertas, kita kena ada pen, kita ada pensel ataupun kita kena ada pembaris. And then kita kena ada item apa kita nak tulis. Kena ada pendahuluan yang kita nak tulis. So sama dengan network dan internet. Dia bukannya you just submit je data tu, bukan. We have our own rule. So there are two reference model that we are using in the network. First is the OSI layer, and second is TCP/IP conceptual layer. Okay, what is difference between the OSI and TCP? Actually, OSI is very deep through the network. Okay, lagi dalam, lagi detail. Sebab dalam TCP/IP dia menggabungkan beberapa layer dalam OSI menjadi satu layer. For example, untuk layer 7, layer 6 and layer 5 session application presentation and session dijadikan satu layer, which is the application. And this is how the network engineer will troubleshoot when using the OSI layer. So nak tahu kat mana layer mana yang bermasalah, so kita tengok juga OSI layer. So let's go to the discussion. TCP is part of transmission protocol, Internet protocol, which is TCP, and which is suite to the protocols original developed by US Department of Defense to support the construction of the Internet. So characteristic of the TCP/IP is the foundation of the Internet. TCP engines arrive data correctly and IP handles addressing. For example, where you are visit the website, your browser use the TCP/IP to connect the web server. Second, we have the HTTP, which is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This we will always use in the web communication. For example, loading website like google.com. So, Hypertext Transfer Protocol ni, HTTP ni kita guna untuk web. Next, we have the file transfer protocol used in the web communication. So, it is a standard communication protocol used to transfer the file between the client and the server over the network, such as the internet. For example, we have a web developer upload the files hosting server using the FTP client like a FileZilla. This is example, okay, where the client download from the FTP server. Common network component, so a device that make up the network infrastructure. The router is a networking device. So router is a physical device yang mana dia forward a data packet between the computer and is connect the different network. Okay, dia connect dua rangkaian berbeza, which is the first network and the second network. It's not the communication of in the internal, but we can say that it connected to the external network. Characteristic connect the different network and then routes internet traffic, your home or office network. For example, home router connect to the PC, phone, and to the internet. Think of the router, okay, as a traffic officer or mail sorting center. So router ni adalah dia have their own intelligence lah, okay, because it decides traffic the data packet where to go. It reaches the destination address, forward to the correct path. So the function in the router, we have the routing, which is choose the best path. We have the packet forwarding, forward the incoming data to the right outgoing. And then we have network translation, convert the IP to the from the internal traffic internet to the public internet. We have the DHCP that can assign to device a local in automatically, and firewall features which is block unwanted incoming or outgoing the traffic. Router ada beberapa jenis. Okay, you have home router, core router, edge router, and wireless router. Let's go to the physical device, which is a switch. So a network switch is a hardware device that connect to multiple devices like a computer, printer, and server within the line and allow them to communicate efficiently. So it is a MAC address to forward the data only the specific device that need, unlike a hub which is data all the devices. So dia akan hantar kat specific device sahaja, which is not like hub. Okay, it will transfer the data at the specific device only. Imagine a switch, a small mail sorter, it receives a packet, looks at the label, which is MAC address, and then send it to the independent recipient, not everyone in the building. Example, an office switch connect 10 computer so they can share the files and print. Network basic knowledge network component, which main function of switch. So function of switch is frame forwarding. Dia ada frame untuk forward the data. Dia ada MAC address learning, loop prevention, full duplex communication, and segmentation. Okay. Now let's go to discuss what is a hub. Hub is a basic network device that connects to multiple computer or network device in a local area network. It receives data from the device and broadcasts all the network connected device regardlessness of the intended recipient. So imagine that hub is like a loudspeaker lah, semua orang dengar, semua orang boleh dengar apa yang disebut, because it will divert the data to all the devices connected. So this will make the inefficient and insecure compared to the modern device like a switch, because example use a small setup switch can affordable. Kalau kita buat kecil je boleh, kalau besar tak boleh sebab dia akan melambatkan data. Okay, so type of hub kita ada passive hub, active hub, and smart hub. This is rare because minimal management capabilities but still function as like a passive hub. Okay, now let's go to the network parameter. We have IP address, subnet mask, and gateway. So network parameter is defined is how the devices communicate within the network. They play crucial role in to ensure that data reach at the correct destination. IP address is the internet protocol address is a unique numbering which is identifier assigned to every devices connected to the network that use internet protocol for information, and it acts as a home address telling the data where to go, where it's coming from. So type for the network, we have IPv4 and IPv6. So for example, your laptop is connected to the Wi-Fi that might have the IP 192 blah 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 blah. Okay, in the network, in the IP address, we have three classes, actually five classes. Range, class A, class B, class C, they have their own range. You can see here the range. Okay, from the 1 until 1 to say 129 until 191 and 192 to 223. Okay, this is wrong. 1 until 127. Okay, not 126. Okay, so private versus public IP address, which is private IP is inside the line, so it's not routable on the internet. For example, 192, but public is assigned to the SSP that reach on the internet. For example, 103, visible when you're browsing the internet. So private and public IP, private is inside line, not routable on the internet, and public is inside IPS, reachable on the internet, which is the physical for the browser and internet. Okay, let's go to the subnet mask. Subnet mask is is a subnet mask. Is the mask ataupun topping for the subnet. Okay, so every IP have their own subnet mask. For example, 192.168.1.1. So because 192 is classy, so subnet mask is 2.345.2.5.2.5.0. So the role and purpose of subnet mask is help divide IP to the smaller network, reduce the network traffic, and improve the management and security. Default gateway is the IP of the device, okay, that forward the traffic from your local network to the other network such as the internet. For example, your PC 192, so this default gateway is the IP that will gain and other data to share to our devices. When your PC access the website like google.com, it send a request to the default gateway which is route to the internet access. Simple configuration and a network gateway for the normal setting. On Linux, sudo IP route at default via 192 blah 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 is example for default gateway. So default gateway ni ibarat kalau kita uh, ada satu device, so default gateway ni adalah satu pintu untuk data-data lain masuk, ataupun kita nak ping kepada IP tersebut boleh masuk sebab kita dah buat kita ada gateway dia. So kita kena letak default gateway dia. Okay, default gateway adalah IP yang default untuk gateway tersebut. Next is network interface. So network interface is a point connection that allow device like computer, router, or IoT gadget to communicate over the network. A network interface is a point connection between the computing device like a PC, server, smartphone. Okay, so what is a network interface? It can be a physical and visual interface. So every interface usually assign a unique IP within the network. A network interface is a point to connection that allow the device like computer, router, or IoT to communicate to the computer. So what is the network interface? Physical interface that like a internet or Wi-Fi card, and visual interface is using the VPN, virtual machine, or testing. So every interface are usually signed by a unique IP within the network. So imagine that a computer like a house. So the network interface is a mailbox. Can let's send the and receive the data, and the device can have the multiple mailbox for the Wi-Fi, internet, and Bluetooth. Type of network interface. So type of network interface, we have internet, we have wireless, loopback, and virtual interface. So example of NemOS for internet, we have ETH0, ENP3S0 for Linux. Okay. So function of the network interface is to send and receive data, MAC address, IP binding, protocol handling, and traffic control. So interface in Linux, kalau kita tengok ETH0 or ETH1 is a wired interface internet. WLAN 0, which is loopback, local. No, it's a wireless network. And then LO, which is loopback. TUNO is the bridge interface for Docker, and Docker is a bridge interface of the Docker. What is the loopback interface? So loopback interface is a virtual network that allow the device to send and receive the network. So it's used primarily for the self communication, testing, application, and software development. So it does not require anything to what we call imagine that. Okay, imagine that yourself, uh, we are talking to the mirror that have loopback interface. So a device send a small a data to itself, and the useful is internet communication and testing, like a personal echo lah. Kita buat testing ke dalam kita punya network configuration. So this configuration will be done in the lab session. I believe that you all already ongoing the lab session. So routing table. So let's go to routing table. It's a set of rules that help the router device to determine the best path for sending the packet. So definition and purpose of routing table is a routing table is a table that store in a router or a network and contain information about the router specific network destination, and the uh, to define where uh, it decides to forward the incoming packet based on their destination IP address. When the packet arrives, the routing table decide to do I know this packet? If yes, where is the path or interface should I use? And if not, the send it to the default gateway. So if the entry of routing table typically include the following: designation network, subnet mask, gateway, and matrix. So this is the table lah. We have destination, subnet mask guna apa, gateway apa, interface apa, and matrix apa. So this is explanation. So this means that all the devices 192 network are directly connected to the through the another account. Okay, static and dynamic routing. Let's go to static and dynamic. Routing table have the static, which is basically kalau kita buat configuration static ni kita dekat laptop kita lah. But untuk dynamic ni kita akan buat automatically when we use the we use the server. Dia akan ada dia akan masukkan IP dekat kita secara automatic. So it automatically update the routing protocols based the larger complex network. So dynamic routing is unlike a static routing, which is manual Dynamic routing protocols allow the router to automatically learn and update the tools. This is useful for large or charging network. In the dynamic routing, we have RIP, routing information protocol, and the queues is use the hop or the matrix. Maximum hop is 15. Kalau masuk ke 16 takkan sampai dah. Send the update every 30 seconds and simple, suitable for the small network. How is work? The entire routing table, routing table to its neighbor. The neighbor use the update of all tables. If the router A say reach 10.10.0.0 in one hop, the router B learn that can reach it via A and 2 hop. Okay, this is example. Okay, destination, subnet mask, scope, and interface. Next, we have the OSPF, the shortest path first. So, key features to use link state algorithm, metric calculation, the cost based on the bandwidth, and the faster, the more efficient than RIP, suitable for the large enterprise network. Okay, so this is the OSPF example. So the router will build a map to the entire network and then find the Dijkstra using Dijkstra algorithm, the shortest path, and then change only the changes are sent, not the whole table. Okay, what does cost mean in the OSPF? In the OSPF, the cost means that metric that use the best path for data travel. So instead of using the counting hop like RIP, OSPF use the best path for the total cost equal to the lower cost minus the lower cost equal to better path. So the cost reference or the interface boundary. It is just a routing table comprises RIP or OSPF. Metrics for the RIP is hop count, but OSPF is cost. Update every 10 seconds, but OSPF is trigger. Algorithm distance vector, but link stick. Maximum hop is 15, but no limit. Either for small network, medium, or large network. Okay, let's go to the last topic, which is the IP alias and default gateway. So default routing. So IP alias is assignment multiple IP to the single network. This is what we will done in the lab. So an IP is allowed to assign the multiple IP to the single physical network interface. This is useful when you the hosting multiple website and manage multiple network service and running service test environment. Example, Linux command one-to-one interface ETH0 is create the ETH0 double dot 0 with IP 192.168.1.100. So both are using the physical cable but act as the different IP. Repeated routing. So repeated routing is aka like a default routing or redundant routing. Repeated routing is occur when the same destination is accessible for the multi routes and the routes may have the different cost. It's a common in network to redundancy, which is the failover, and also the failover. Without the careful planning, the repeated routers can cause the routing loop, slow down the interface, and create the confuses, uh, create the confusion in the packet delivery. In two routers send packet to each overthinking and other in the destination is infinitely loop happen, which is not the network congestion. Okay, method and prevent to resolve repeated routing issue. So method yang kita boleh guna untuk prevent the repeated routing is route prioritizing, uh, prioritization, traffic, static, dynamic, and route simulation, and also administrative. Example for IP alias and repeated routing, we have interface ETH0, double dot 01 and 1. So this is the example. Okay, so that's all for our lecture for this chapter 5. It's very important that you must understand the IP, the topology. So please make sure you know the topology and you know why using a network is very important, sangat penting dalam Linux. That's all. Okay, if you have any question, you can contact me. So after this, I will put the some assessment, so you must to answer the assessment. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.